welcome to Friday Takeaway. It is Friday the 17th of February. Of course, I'm joined by Nadia, Hassan, and I'm Khoo, Chuang. Now, of course, among the plethora of huge news in the world today, none other bigger news than in Malaysia, Kim Jong Un's half-brother was not a laughing matter, admittedly, but his half-brother was assassinated.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's not a laughing matter, but the reason I think the laugh that we have is not only of humor, it's almost of disbelief, because
Exactly.
it's the fact is apparently he fell ill after he was attacked behind at the airport with a chemical spray. And if that doesn't sound like a plot for every James Bond or espionage movie you've ever read, it's so, it better well be one day, because he then died on an ambulance on the way to hospital. The investigation is apparently still ongoing. They arrested one lady who quite badly had the words LOL
And bizarrely, right?
bizarrely on
Ironically.
her shirt, and then they apparently arrested another one as well. For me, the biggest concern is, what does this mean about the porousness of our borders?
And as well as what kind of messages it's going to send to China, because Kim Jong Nam, who is the half-brother, was apparently said to be a potential threat to the Kim Jong Un empire in North Korea. So obviously the world media is going to town with that information.
Yeah.
Moving on to the currency, the local currency, right now we're seeing the dollar ringgit cross at 443. Now, of course, it's been going up ever so slightly in the last few days because of the prospect of higher interest rates in the US.
Yeah, and not only that, I think was it POTUS Trump also said that he wanted to do a massive tax plan and then sort of like simplify everything so it's much simpler tax code. But you see, he's not even been in office a month. So we don't even know, he announces a lot of things, but we don't see any concrete evidence.
Yes.
Which is actually not that different from when he was president-elect either,
Correct.
because he did the same thing.
Correct, which has then sent the dollar, all four major stock exchanges in the US to record highs, as well as emerging market assets. Okay, 342 to the Aussie and 556 to the ringgit, to the sterling. That's where we are now. Just a bit more information in terms of IPOs in the US. Now, of course, Snapchat is going for public listing. They were trying to go for $25 billion valuation a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now it's been pulled back to 22. The biggest concern there is the fact that the stock will be issued with the no vote element. In terms of local news, Nadia, we also saw Bank Negara issue fourth quarter GDP.
So basically, it's like, yeah, so the Malaysian economy grew by 4.5 in the fourth quarter. We've got the infographics up for you right now, because the third quarter it was 4.3%. There's a continued expansion, of course, in private sector expenditure, and the growth continues to be driven, no surprise, by manufacturing and services.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess the blip on the radar was the investment by the corporate sector, which is not as good as expected. In terms of where the stock exchange is, we're right now trading about 1,694 points. Year to date, though, we've done really well. The KLIA is up by 4.1%, and on a one-year basis, 6.1%.
So actually, we are. They've always said that KLCI has been resilient. So even with all the turmoil, it's still, at least it's not crashing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Let's be.
The share market is all moving in terms of where the Trump bump is. Commodity-wise, West Texas crude, WTI crude is about $53 a barrel. NAD's Brent is about $55.9 per barrel.
I recently interviewed Malaysia Airlines
Peter
CEO,
Bellew,
Peter
yeah.
Bellew, and he actually did say that he thinks that the oil price is definitely going to trend up. Of course, they are talking about jet fuel prices, but in general, it affects
trend,
the trend. So he's thinking about $70 per barrel by Christmas.
Well, if that is true, Nads,
Yeah.
and the dollar, and the oil goes back to $70 a barrel, the ringgit should appreciate back, and hopefully that happens. In terms
For
of
all of us who are going
for
on
all of us who are going on
holidays and
who have
trading.
kids abroad studying.
Exactly.
In terms of individual stocks moving, Nads, we chose Dagang NeXchange. Now, of course, this is interesting because a little bit like MyEG, they've been beneficiaries of government largesse in the e-commerce sector in terms of work permits. Now, this stock has gone up by 50% on a one-year basis.
Yeah, exactly. So they apparently appointed the service provider for this e-work permit system, and it was made by Bukit Megas in Berhad. Of course, DNeX, although the name sounds fairly new, you know it, but I've always known it by its old name, which was Time Engineering.
That's right, that's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. So it's history with the government and government contracts. It's kind of like not new. They've been trying. They themselves have been saying that we want to move away, but all of these companies tend to say that.
Okay, so Dagang NeXchange right now trades at 32.5 cent Nads, and of course it involves foreign workers with permits from 15 countries, including Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Laos, and Vietnam.
Do you know in the States right now they're having a no immigration day?
Really?
Yeah, that means that all the immigrants because of POTUS Trump, they're actually doing a march because so all the people who work at immigrants who work in like restaurants, hotels, all this kind of thing, they're not working today.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're not.
fantastic. They should have no media there. So
Yeah,
just a media boycott.
so they're actually pulling out and marching, and you see this huge number of people protesting the ban and everything. I really wonder if we ever had that day there. I don't think we need to go to work at all.
Yeah, the whole country would grind to a halt.
Yes, exactly.
FGV, okay, the victim of a lot of negative media in the last few weeks, right now trading about 1 ringgit 85 cent. Now they've had a new chairman at Felda level, which is the biggest owner of Felda Global Ventures. Now he's in there to clean up the mess, and he was in the news for the wrong reasons last weekend because he claimed that 4.3 billion ringgit of the agency's fund was missing.
He denied that.
He denied it, and apparently he was being misquoted and it was lost in translation in the media. But be that as it may, Felda is still in trouble for a lot of the fiscal transactions they've been doing.
Well, not only that, it'll come under scrutiny anyway.
It has to, right?
It has to come under scrutiny anyway, no matter the fact that it's considered like a vote bank. But we also have, The Edge has also published reports saying that the Eagle High deal is pretty much all sewn up. You don't have to argue about it.
Disconcertingly.
So, yeah, well, even if you say disconcertingly, they say they have their reasons. Whether you feel it's right or wrong or whatever, he will go out and say that, we've had our reasons, we think it's justified, and we weren't at the table when the deal was being held. But saying that doesn't mean we can't question it.
Correct. Gas Malaysia as well, in the news now. This is a stock which is right now trading at 289 per share. They've done well on a 1 year basis as well, 31%.
Which is not bad actually.
Very good. And year to date, 17.4%. They've had a fantastic earnings quarter. They've seen net profit up by 5-fold with more gas sold.
Yeah, exactly. So despite that, they actually had lower revenue.
That's right. Amazing, right?
Yeah, because the previous year they had this additional billing for other stuff. But the fact is, Gas Malaysia is one of those companies is what you get on the box. They sell you gas.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That's what it says on the tin.
And that's what it says on that's what they says on the tin. But if you look at the stock return, it's not bad, for a year. But it's probably a bit high to actually look at it now.
For the full year, net profit is up by 56% to 165 million ringgit. So let's talk about next week, and it's all about earnings and data. Now on Monday, we've got a whole bunch of stocks reporting fourth quarter, including GHL, Malakoff and Signature, the furniture company.
Tuesday, of course, you have Carlsberg. Heineken's already done theirs.
That's right. They've done really well.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't have a year comparison because they changed their financial year.
From 18 months, yeah.
But they still think it's going to be very, very tough. Wednesday, Thursday, you'll see some airlines. AirAsia
Your favorite sector.
Oh, thank you so much. AirAsia X apparently is supposed to come out on Wednesday. Sister is supposed to come out on Thursday, which is AirAsia. That's going to be interesting because AAX has pulled Mauritius this week.
And added Honolulu.
For $900, would you go?
Via Osaka.
Would you go?
For
$900.
Sure. Is the Pope Catholic?
Oh, right. Okay, fine.
Thursday, Inari as well. They're one of the stocks which have done really well. I think they listed on the ACE market and now they've graduated to the main market. Second quarter from them. And on Friday, Axiata
and sorry, I was too transfixed by the fact that Carrots is releasing. Yeah, Honolulu. I was thinking
that's another of your favorite stocks.
Not really. It's your favorite stocks, dear.
That's all from us from Friday Takeaway. If you want to get more, of course, go to thehmarkets.com online or buy the fantastic hard copy in the Edge Weekly or the Edge Financial Daily. Thank you for watching. That was, of course, Nadia, Hassan and Chuang. Good night and good luck.